I got to do a couple things in my background here. But yeah, I think that supporting the monitor, because now it's hovering around. I mean, I've been getting about, yeah, about 50% is what I'm used to. So when I saw it pegging at 100, I'm like, okay, that's not a good sign, and I have a feeling it's because it was outputting to the monitor. That's my suspicion. I don't actually know that, but I suspect that. So, yeah, let me just get this. There we go. Save that. There we go. So you saw that for a minute, because I'm doing things behind the scenes in front of the scenes because I don't care. All right, now everything's set up the way it is. Okay, so, yeah. All right, let me take a look at this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm going to give this a couple minutes because I just sent out those notifications. I'll give it about 2 minutes. I'll give it till it's actually 6:30. Yeah, I had everything set up, more or less, and was ready to go at 6:10. And then I realized, I had been meaning to add the little kind of links banner to the art stream. I didn't have it there. So you see it in the opening at the bottom. But then, of course, if you missed the opening, which a bunch of people last couple streams have come late, which is fine. I don't care. You don't have to be here on time. It's fine. Yeah, see, we're hovering around 45, 46%, which is still, I would love to get an explanation on this, and maybe if somebody knows, I'll do a little looking. Maybe I'll see if there's some Twitch forums that I can find this on, because this makes no sense to me that a machine that doesn't blink at a lot of other CPU intensive tasks struggles with this. So either it's the beta of this, I haven't actually. I should do something. Let me just check. Has there been an update to this program? Well, okay, that's interesting. It doesn't come up to say if there's an update. Whatever. I haven't checked to see if there's an update, so maybe the Twitch beta has been updated a few times, although I would have thought it would have indicated that. In any event, I don't know why this thing hammers this so badly. So it really doesn't matter. Restarting it has put it back down to it's hovering in the mid-40s percentage-wise, and that's okay. I can deal with that. 100%, not so good. But 46, 47%, still inexplicable to me. Makes no sense, but I can live with that because, oh wait, let me make sure my mic, sorry. I gotta press a button. This might make a sound, sorry. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Want to make sure my compressor settings were correct on this mic. I wish it had a hard switch that I could use the compressor settings. That's one thing I would like to see as an improvement. It's a height mic, which I like the microphone quite a bit. It's very small, but works very well. However, it doesn't seem to remember any settings. It's basically as soon as you power it off, it just goes back to sleep, essentially. And not the best thing, that particular. I wish there was a hard switch then, because compressor settings are kind of important. I'd like to be able to do them on the fly and not have to worry about a soft switch for that. But, you put up with which way. I can't really complain because otherwise it's really, really good. So anyway, it is now 6:30. Let us go ahead and do our opening thing here, which is starting soon. I don't know why I'm doing music, I'm sorry. So we're going to keep working on the iPad, the Dead Media iPad. This Dead Media thing could go on for a long time. I keep thinking of things for it, and I'm sitting here going, oh boy, this is going to go on for a long time. But I actually thought of something that I in particular want to do with the iPod version, because I had a thought, and I was sort of holding myself to a specific idea, and I really don't need to. Okay, here we go. Hold on. I always like to get the transition right when it fades to black. Boom! All right, there we go. Look at that. Smooth. So see, there's that banner at the top there, which I will indicate with an arrow. Oh, no, I won't. With an arrow like that. See those banners? Okay, well, not quite there. See the banners up there? These things? Yeah. Those weren't there until about 15 minutes ago. And it took me so much longer because I realized that I had files all over the place, and the one file I needed for this was, of course, not where, and I want to see how much that cut. It doesn't really cut off. Oh, it just cuts off the toolbar, so that's okay. I don't mind that. That's okay. The toolbar being cut off is okay. I will probably move it up so it's flush against the top, and then maybe make it a little bigger. But I assume that's probably readable enough. It's got everything. I spelled everything right? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I actually... I made a mistake. That's okay. I'll fix it because I have to correct something on it anyway. It shouldn't say ozonenightmare.com. It should say ozoneartfoundry.com. See, then everything kind of flows together and it has a logic to it. Anyway, who cares? It doesn't matter. But I actually was operating under the idea that today was Friday for a while and then remembered, no, in fact, it is Thursday. So what I'm thinking of doing with the iPod specifically is, for those who may be old enough, you might remember that at one time, Apple was much more into color than they are now. I know they have their color versions of things. I know they do. But they used to actually have all these colors. The original, I believe the iMacs, the self-contained, which you can now find as Macquariums, where people make aquariums out of the older Macs, the G3s maybe? I think it was the G3 series. I could be wrong. I don't really keep that much track of the G series on the Macs, but I think it was G2 or G3 is when they did the big, it was when Steve Jobs had come back and they were really being experimental and weird, and they had all these big, bold colors in their shells. I think they originally had 5 colors. I could be wrong. It might be more, but I thought it was 5. And one of them was, of course, the famous Bondi or Bondi Blue, and that was the one a lot of people wanted. And that became the kind of, for a while, that was sort of the unofficial Apple colors, was the blue and white or blue and clear. And then, of course, now they've gone to their white and basically space gray, which is such a stupid color. And, they've got their kind of more minimalist approach, which, they're starting to push out of. And they've done it with the iMac, and now supposedly they're going to do it with I think the new iPads are supposed to be multicolored or something like that they've talked about. So Apple is starting to get back a little bit. And based on, there was a book that just came out, and apparently a lot of this was Johnny Ive and his design aesthetics, or lack thereof, depending on how you view them. And so a lot of the kind of stuffiness and boredom of Apple design in terms of color and that type of thing was probably actually mostly due to Johnny Ive and the way that he was operating things. So they're starting to play around with color a little bit more of that now. And so what I thought was, now I don't think, and I'm not going to research this is one of my problems, is I get locked in this idea of, it has to, it has to be correct. But it's an iPod that's bleeding on a zombie hand. I'm not going to worry about realism that much. So I don't know if the classic iPods, the one with this, because this is based on the first one with this click ring or whatever they called it around the wheel. I don't know that those ever came in different colors. I don't think until the next rev, I think when they flattened the wheel, that's when they started to have the colors, if I remember. I could be wrong, but or at least they were limited colors. Let's put it that way. They didn't have all the shades. So what I think I'm going to do with this, because I think this is a fun idea, because these are going to go on threadless shirts. And threadless has a huge amount of color options, right? So obviously I'm going to have the one that's like this, where it's going to be white with the shading. So this will be the white color. So that'll be version 1 of this variant of the Dead series. Now we're getting into versions of variants or colorways. Isn't it exciting? Very, very toy industry type of thing. But then I had another thought, which was, let me find the layer that has the actual iPod, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, right? And what I'm going to do, let me delete the one under it. Or not delete, but just get rid of it for a minute. Let's drop the colors out. Because I'm pretty sure, I have to verify this, but I'm pretty sure that threadless allows for transparency in the image, meaning you can have an empty space in it, right? So if they do, which I do believe they do, then what I want to do is I'm going to have one version of this. It'll be the white, so it'll be kind of the classic version. And then I think I'm going to try to do some version of it that has clear parts. And the way I'm going to do that, I think, is, if this works correctly. And there's one thing about, again, this is just a hang-up of mine, so I think I'm just going to have to get over this a little bit. So basically what I want to do is I'm erasing this part of this layer. This is duplicated, so I'm not actually getting rid of the iPad or the iPod. God, I'm going to keep doing that all through the stream, I can tell. So the core iPod is underneath. I've duplicated it in case you didn't see me do that. So all I'm doing is I'm getting rid of all the functional parts to just leave the outer ring, or whatever I'm going to call that. Oh, I think the one thing I didn't count. Oh, it won't matter, though, because this is going to be a symmetrical piece. So this really won't matter. So let's get rid of the pencil layer. So basically this, I want to see something with this. Yeah, those deleted parts are going to come back. So what I'm going to do, now they have to come back. So I'm going to duplicate that duplication. I'm going to do that. So you see now I've got my lines back because I basically did a horizontal flip. So now I'm going to merge it down. That gives us a single layer that is unified. Okay, but we want to keep it in the same place. We're not moving it. We're just making an alteration to it. So now, this is the tricky bit. Not really tricky, it's just I want to see how this works. So, you know what I should have done? So now here's the back iPod, which is the real one. So here's our top layer, right? And I'm going to do this, and what I want to do, because the actual iPod did have a shell, you know, it had like a slight, I gotta turn freeform on, I gotta turn freeform on. It had this, I don't really know exactly how to say it, but it had this outer ring, not ring, but it had an outer rim to it where you couldn't really see it from the front, so this is sort of fudging it. This isn't really accurate, but, you know, again, this isn't realism, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to kind of just do this by eye. So it had this outer ringy thing, or outer rim thing. See, I'm eyeballing this, so bear with me. I have to try to concentrate a little bit, just so it doesn't look terrible. So I'm kind of just, I'm not going to get it exact, although it's going to bug me that I don't. Okay, and that one you can't see, so that doesn't matter. So that's pretty good. So what I'm thinking is, just to give you an idea, so you'll see what I mean, we'll just throw a quick temporary color layer right here. I'm going to pick a bold purple color. We'll throw some paint, right? Oh, that's not purple at all. Yeah, I got to pick purple, moron. Let's max this out a little bit. No, that, okay. Just so you can get an idea, right? So, okay, so here's let's imagine this is the threadless shirt layer. Actually, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm doing this like a moron. What am I doing? Okay, drop this back down. I can show you this in a much better way. Right, so I'm going to take the background layer. I'm going to make the background layer purple. Oh, man, look at that purple, huh? Okay, right? So now let's turn our color layers back on because we will have those. Aha, so here's the key, right? So this will be the difference. Okay, now what I'm going to have to do is, I got to think this out for a minute. So what I got to do is I got to duplicate this. So this is going to be my secondary white layer, right? Okay, so we would do this. So we would take this. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup because this is one thing when you work with digital, right? It's so easy when you've got your layers like this. See that the gray that's there? I don't have to worry about that in the normal image because you can't see it. It's underneath the white layer, so it's invisible, and there's nothing here, so I don't care about that. That gray thing, the LCD or whatever, it was LCD. That is already on top of this, so I don't have to worry about that. But what I am going to do, and hello to whoever has joined the stream. It shows a number 1. I don't know who it is, but hello. I feel bad. There was somebody I was talking to on Discord who said they really wanted to see the live stream. And that's one thing. It's the schedule thing with everybody in different time zones and all over the place because, I don't want anybody not to be able to watch, but there's no way I can get to everybody. I can't. I mean, I guess I could do all different streaming schedules, but that would just be, I think, a nightmare. And who knows whether that would even really work. So, I don't know. But, and I understand because I had said, oh, well, they're archived there, and I'm putting them up on the YouTube thing. And he had said, I believe it's a he, had said, yeah, but I like the live thing. And I understand that. This is what I was talking about with Lando on the show a couple weeks ago. I don't remember how long. Where I had said, yeah, there's something about the live element. So I completely understand that sentiment where it's like, yeah, it's neat to watch it later, but there's something special about being able to be there live and watching the thing as it's happening. Because there is, I don't know, it's an intangible, but there is something to it, and I completely understand that. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I might try to do some different times. Just depends when it works. Because this is kind of in between doing other things a lot of times, where I have some free time. So we'll see. All right, so in any event, what I'm doing here is I'm taking out the grays. Right, so I'm cleaning it up. I'm not really taking them out necessarily, but I'm cleaning them up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that layer, which is, I think, this one or this one. This one. And now I do need to retake out these. And so actually, did I really need to? I think I did something stupid there. I think I made those lines from. Oh no, I didn't. I needed the second layer. That's right. Okay, so now what I do have to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the same color as the ring. Wait a minute, let me see something with that ring. Oh, I bet it's that. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's go ahead and let's just clean this up because I can see it and it's going to bug me. So there's no reason not to just clean that up. So now I have a nice clean ring here. Okay, so I'm going to use the same color that's in the ring. All right, and we'll jump to, let's see what is this? Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we're going to fill this ring in. Okay? And then what this is going to do, and I'm sure you've already picked this up, so I don't need to spell this out too far for anybody, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's kind of clear what I'm going for here. And I may... You know what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I was going to say, oh, I'll go into Photoshop and I'll clean up the rim so that it's actually symmetrical and looks correct. No, I'm not going to do that. You know what? Not everything has to be perfect. I'm saying this to myself more than anybody on the stream, by the way. This is more of my own... Again, I've talked about this, my own stupid kind of, oh, this is how art's done. This is how it has to be exact. It's really hard for me to break out of the kind of exact symmetrical thing that I've got, because I just like that aesthetically. So trying not to do that within my own work is difficult, to say the least, because I just saw there that I had missed a small piece of gray. But you know what? I'm not going to bother fixing that because you're not going to be able to see it anyway. At the scale that this thing is going to be once it's done, nobody's ever going to see that. No one's ever going to know about it but me. I have to learn to let go. Okay, so basically, all right, here's what it would be. So on a purple shirt, that's the shirt fabric is the purple, right? And that way, jeez, how the hell did I miss that? What is that? That's gray for my, oh yeah, I missed that somehow. Well, there's some benefit to having a color there. Did I miss any other ones? That really irritate me. Okay, sorry, by the way, if I'm too far from the mic. Feel free to chime in if I'm too far, you can't understand me. Right, so, okay, purple shirt. So I would basically use this, the transparent version, and then people who wanted the color to show through could do that. Because then, oh, okay, oh, maybe you want a green shirt. Hey, look at that. You've now got a green iPod. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna have shading and shadow and everything in there, so it's not going to look exactly like this. But it lets people have the color thing. And what I'm going to probably do is, oh, that's an interesting idea. Huh. Now I'm engineering it in my head, because what I'm thinking now is, okay, so within that particular thing, what I would want to do, let me think this out in my skull, is I would want it to be, okay, to make it work with both correctly, I would need the layer in between each so that I could turn that off and turn that on. And then I would turn, where's that? Layer. You know what? I do need to name these because this is just stupid. Okay. So we'll call this solid, or I'll just call it white line. No, white iPod. iPod. And we'll call this variable. There's a nice word. Variable iPod. Okay, so basically, if the white iPod is selected, then I want this color. So, turning on, there's my shading. Why do I have a choice? Oh, wait, why do I have a choice? I have two versions of this? Really? Why? Hold on. Oh, no, okay, this is the invalid one. This is the right one. So what I'll do with this is going to alter a little bit of how I'm doing things. See, because you can see I factored in that rim a bit here. But the reality is, from the front, you don't see the rim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this gray shadow. Because honestly, on plastic, it's not going to be black anyway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take black. Now, this is where I'm going to have to figure out how this is exactly going to work. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock that layer down. I'll actually probably make it 50%. I'm going to turn on my drawing guide. We're going to switch it to a symmetrical guide. And we'll reset that. Why is it? No, whatever. Why is it resetting to that? It thinks this canvas is that way? Really? Okay. Hold on a second. That doesn't make any sense. Wait a second. Wait. Why does it think the canvas is that way? It makes no sense. It should be symmetrical top to bottom, so why is it reset? Oh, good grief. Okay. So it thinks the canvas... So I obviously created this canvas incorrectly. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. I'm curious. The dimensions... Oh, yeah, it's got the height. So it's got it as a wide canvas. Okay, well, we have ways around that too. So here's what we're going to do. So 6/8. So the actual width I want is 42.39. All right, so here's what we're going to do. 42.39, everybody. Remember that. 6872. Okay. All right. Oh, exceeded. This is the only thing I don't like about, or not the only thing. One thing that does irritate me about Procreate is it doesn't let you take certain things and do hard rotations on them. So basically, let's see, I'm curious, will this now work? Which is really bonkers if it does. Let's say symmetry. If I say reset. No, see, because it's not rotating the canvas. So why can't, let me think. Yeah, because if I invert the settings, oh no, that's not inverting. If I can't invert, oh, rotation. Oh, interesting. Okay, wait a minute. So, oh, it doesn't let me rotate it that much though, huh? Really? I can't select the rotation? That's fascinating. Really? Okay. Huh. Yeah, this is kind of irritating because now I don't have a way to... Okay, let me think. Small annoyances that you have to think about with this type of stuff. Okay, so if I go to settings, how many layers are available? It should tell me, but I can't make it as big as I need it to be. Well, okay, I can shrink it though, because it doesn't actually have to be that big either. So if I do that, right, and I say done, the trick is to get it to... The trick is... I cannot believe this thing is sized as sideways. That's really fun. I probably just took one and rotated it. So what I think I can do to help with that... How many layers am I looking at here? I mean, I could just do... But there's ways around this that are, you know... that I could do, but I want to try to do this the way I want to do it. That's the blood. Actually, here's what we're going to do. First of all, let's turn off the layer guide. But this is, you know what? This is an actual look at how it goes. So you're seeing how this stuff actually works, as far as the stuff you have to fight with, and how it actually. Wait, what is that in the background? Whoa, what was that down there? What is this? Oh, that's colors. I do need colors. I do need those. So, let me think about this. So what we will say is, I don't know what layer 30. What the hell is layer 34 doing? Layer 34 appears to be a white layer, so I'm going to get rid of that. What group is this? Oh, wait a minute. Whatever, another group of pencils. Oh, that's the hand. Okay, wait. All right. So we turn this off. No, not turn. Yes. Turn off the pencil lines. Let's turn off the... Where's the line work? Here's the line work. So... Actually, really? I didn't group these? Okay, we're going to group all this stuff up. Let's group this. Bang. We'll call this line work, even though technically the blood is in there. But that's okay. All right, so now we're on to these are the pencil lines. So I probably turn off. Let's see, that's the bone stuff. That's the slashes. That's shadow. So what we can do is, because I do like to preserve these layers. So I don't like to get rid of them entirely, but they are sketch layers, so I really... On the one hand, I don't really care because, come on, they're just sketch layers anyway. So let's just go ahead and we'll do a really quick, because I do like to, keep track of some of this stuff for, oh, geez. Oh, I made those one layer anyway. So what the hell am I even doing? All right, that's fine. Oh, wait a minute. Whoop. Nope. Whoop. Where's the tear in the hands? Oh, no, I didn't do them enough. This is the tear. Okay, here we go. That. There. Now that resembles what it is. Okay, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and merge down, merge down, merge down. No, not reference. Merge down. And now there's the hand. Okay, that's fine. So we leave that group. So now we're going to turn this group off, and we're going to go to this group and see what we got in here. I know what that is. What is this? Blood, iPod, hand. Wait a minute, is this basically the same thing? It is the same thing. What am I keeping two of these groups for? More. Oh, well, do I have the shading? Hold on. Let me make sure I have. Yes, I have it all. What am I doing? Moron. Gone. Okay. So now on this group, I can. What I really should be doing is. Let's see. The shading should move down. Where is the shading on this thing? That's okay. That's shading. That's shading. See, but this shading And that shading can be 1. Sorry, I'm basically doing image maintenance while you all watch, which is not great, I'm sure. What is this? Oh, that's the slashes. Okay, so we turn the shading off. Now we're to this. Turn that on. Okay, let's turn all this stuff off because I feel like... Okay, shading. That's slashes. That's okay. So these 2 layers can combine for sure. These 2 layers can... Well, let's see something. Right? Okay, we go to this. Here again, I'm just going to do brief cleanup here. Hello. Oh, wrong layer. Yeah, I don't think I kept that, so we'll just do that. Updates. Do you want to install these updates? Yeah, I don't want to do it now. I'm streaming something. Apple, you couldn't figure that out? I kind of feel bad because most of this stream, I have a feeling, is going to be me cleaning this image up. So I don't know if that's going to be the most entertaining thing to watch, but you want to see what the actual process is like. This is what it's like for me anyway, which you can see how it's, not always, yay, fun creation, wee. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, I like doing this stuff, so I shouldn't make it like this is, it's not misery or anything like that, but a lot of artwork actually, for me anyway, is kind of fixing errors, if that's the right way to put it. Going, oh yeah, I didn't really mean to do that type of thing, and or trying to preserve things like this so that when this gets posted eventually on like Behance, you can sort of see the progression of it. What is this? Is this? Oh yeah, this can go too. This I don't need. Oh, well, I do need that, but I can take care of this. I know some people are like, oh, I should leave the lines in. That way you can see the line. Yeah, but it's ugly. It's ugly. We still must have our aesthetics, everybody. We still must have things that look good. So where's the bone on that? Bones are there. Let's go ahead and chop the bone out of there. And then, where's the bone? Take that out of there because we don't need it. See, that's what I mean. I'm not worrying too much about the lines there. And then where's the outside of the skin? Right there? Yes. So see, we're kind of... I mean, is it really necessary to see all that? No. No, it's not. So we can chop that out. We don't have a fingernail on a bone. At least not like that. Whoops, no. Where's that? Oh, that's that. Okay, so this goes like that. And then on the... Okay, see, I don't mind leaving that. All right, let's go to... What's this? That's the iPod. That's the blood. So we brought this down to a manageable size. Okay, so that group, and I'm going to name this group Sketches. There, now I know what it is. This is, wait, hold on. Is this colors? Did I not name this group colors? Really? Wow, I didn't. Stupid. I mean, that's a basic one. Colors. Line work. Sketches. Oh, whoa, wait, what is this line work? Is that the old hand? Wow, that's the first hand. That's the hand I started from. Yeah, I don't think I need that. I can turn that off. Because the hand's there. That's the hand I didn't end up using. That was my base hand from the other one. Okay, so let's go to here. Bang! I don't need that. Oh, and that's the old colors. Oh, wow. So I really don't need this group at all. So we can move this up. God, that's all been sitting there for no reason, just eating space up. Okay. All right. We're grooving here. Wow. Well, welcome to the cleanup show, everybody, where you get to see me clean up stuff. Okay, so let's take a look. How many layers are we dealing with now? We are currently at 35 layers. Now, that should allow me to do the resize I was trying to do, because I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do here to trick this thing into realizing what dimensions I actually wanted at. So what was that dimension there? Hold on. 4239. 6.2. Let's see if it'll let me do that. It will. Okay. So now, here's the trick, right? So I hit done. It's going to expand the canvas, right? So now what I got to figure out is what orientation it thinks that it's at. Now, I don't know because I'm making it into a square. So this is the interesting part, is will it default, is the question, to, yeah, see, it did. So what I got to do is, here's how you trick it, more or less. Turn everything on. All right, I'm going to group everything together. All right, I'm going to take that group. I'm going to move it to the center. It should bond the center. Where's the center? All right, there's the centers. So I got dead center, right? Now I'm going to take everything, the whole thing, and rotate it so it's like that. Now, because I made the dimensions square, right? Now if I go into the guide and say symmetry, hey, there it is. All of that just to be able to accomplish that. Is that not stupid? But that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to complain because this program does so many things right. So many things that I really can't complain about something as minimal as that. So we're going to go ahead and make that. We'll crop it back down, which will expand my layer count. So I've done very little actual artwork in this whole thing. This is what's hilarious. I basically duplicated and show you how crop works. So, sorry. This is a pretty stupid stream. I mean, it always was, but it really is this time. Okay, so, and now because I am so anal about things, I talked about my symmetry need. I'm going to make it 3300. 6262, I like the fact that that's a repeating number. It's a very duplication type number. So, okay, so we're recropping the canvas just so it's 3300 pixels wide. If I have to do anything in Photoshop, that round number or that clean number will help me. So there's a reason for that. It's not purely because of my mental whatever. There is actually a foundational reason for that. Go to symmetry. Okay, now, see, now at least I've got this up and down. So what I need to do, okay, well, this is way too unclean for me to see. So what I got to do is I got to drop the sketches out. And what I have to do is I'm going to drop the colors out. And I'm going to go back and do my edit the guide and move it up. Okay, and what I want to do is, and this is tricky, is I'm sort of eyeballing this. Not even sort of. There's no other real way to do it. No, there's really not. I mean, this is what I mean about trying not to let my, obsessive need for things to be perfect to get over me. So I'm going to call that the middle. Now I want to check something because when you rotate, no, it kept it clean. It kept the edges pretty clean, I think. Let me look at something. Oh, let me go into line work and let me go to, yeah, this is fine. Let's go to, am I on the right? Yes. Let me just see something. No, I kept it good. I think that's okay. I mean, it may have fudged the lines a little bit, which is one thing that actually, no. Did it? No, actually kept it. Okay, we're good. We're clean. All right, we're all right. We're all right. Okay, so where is the layer that I was, it was in the color layer, right? So let's open this. We got to turn colors back on. We find that gray shadow layer. This is where we were going to. So finally, 30 minutes in, we're going to get to it. Okay, we're going to turn Drawing Assist on because I do want this to be symmetrical. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Sketches layer. All right? Now, the Sketches layer is off. Why is the Sketches layer off? That's interesting. I mean, not that it really matters, but why is it off like that? Interesting. When I rotated it, it must have... Well, it's okay. It's not a huge deal because I can just kind of move it. There we go. Oh, no, that was right. Okay. No, the actual, what do you call it? It's one of the sketch layers that's off, but the actual thing is okay. That. Okay. No, I'm all right with that. That's fine. All right. We're good. All right, let's go back to, I thought the whole thing was off, which would have made no sense, but whatever. Okay. So, we're going to do this. Ready? Here is all the excitement we've been building up to, everybody. So get ready. Buckle in. Buckle up. Whatever. Okay, well, I did that wrong. Okay, well, yeah, I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. So what we want to do is this, we want to be straight. We want this to be a nice straight line, right? Then we want to curve this in to give that indicator that, there's a nice thing to it, whatever that thing is that I'm trying to say. So you can see it's obviously not really centered because, look, it's off. So that's okay. And I'll show you why. Because I'm gonna make it centered, basically. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna become centered. Oh yeah, it's gonna become centered. Okay. So now we got to go like this. And we join that right there. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Oh, no. That's not what I meant to do. I was trying to... Jeez, man. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be... All right, that's our shadow layer. So the way to do this is because it's already off center. I gotta run with this and see if I'm right or if I'm a moron. It's probably that I'm a moron, but we'll see. Let's turn off... I left all the other friggin' layers on. That was really stupid. I don't need that. Or that. Or that. I need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, we're good. So now, actually what we'll do is, just to be on the safe side, we're going to do a secondary layer. Put a draw assist on. Here we go. Okay, we're going to rim this out. Sorry, it sounded terrible when I just said it. Now that's black because it's not at the, but I got to have that. This has got to be even. So hold on. Oh man, I might have gotten that just right. You know what? That's fine. Here again, I'm not going to let myself get bogged down in the idea that it has to be perfect. I just got to let this stuff go. Okay, so there's a 50% on that guy. All right, so now, okay. Because this is the idea is I want this to be transparent so that when it's on the shirt, you're still going to be able to see what... I'll get you. I'll show you what I mean. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying here. So, did it not do the background? Come on, man. Oh, I see. Right, so on the transparent one, which would be this one, see how that's going to be, it'll be a darker color. So that way you still have the shading retained, but you also have the transparency. So you still, the color will come through, but the shading will hold. So that's the idea. That's what I'm going for here. Success or not, different story. Okay. So, okay, we're going to go with, we can stay on this layer. I don't mind because this assist thing is going to be fine. So what we're going to do is this, because this is less critical to be perfect. Not as worried about that. There we go. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing with this, because all this is going to get cut anyway. I mean, like, not cut, but deleted. I'll shape this as needed. Now we're getting to the tricky bit. Well, not really tricky bit, but, okay. So now we're going to take this, and we're going to come down like that, and we'll let that go there. Okay. And now I got to do one more. We'll do the assist on it. Actually, we don't need the assist for this. This one we don't. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and eliminate that layer. Now, these two, we're going to merge them because I use the same symmetrical line. So this particular part thing I'm going to do has to be the same. Right? So we can go ahead and turn our assist off. Now we're going to take this. And we're going to carefully try to center point. Ooh, I think I may have... Oh. Hold on. I think I got it. I think it actually assisted me on that. Yes, it looks right. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. Because you can... Hey, you know what? Okay, no, that's all right. No, it's not because that point... All right, you know what? I'm going to do these separately. I have a feeling I should not have merged them. I think in my head that made sense, but it's not making sense here. So instead of screwing with it, we'll just do that, because that doesn't matter as much. That looks fine. Now we're going to take this. This is important to get right. This has to look right. Okay, that looks good. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this in so that's flush, or as flush as I can get it. So I'm not going to worry too much about the symmetry part on this. What I don't want is I want that edge to be clean, and now it is. Okay, so there we go. So basically that's now going to be the transparent shadow layers. And what I can do is I don't want the symmetrical thing on this because I'm going to clean these edges up. Okay? Clean that edge up. Clean that edge up. Oh no, I missed a little bit. You know what? Okay, I can make that work. Let me grab the pencil. That's okay. This is not... Oh, it's not assisted. That's why. Hold on. Sorry. Bink. Okay. Bink. All right. Turn the assist off. I don't need the assist now. The assist is only going to reveal... because now I've realized it's not quite symmetrical. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm really just not... It's not going to matter. It's the Bob Ross thing. It doesn't matter. It's your world. Do what you want. So, not going to worry about the symmetry problem. Okay, I've cut all that off. So now we have our shadow layers. So now I have to create one more, which is, in essence, an inner ring. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and drop this down to 50%. Now this I don't need a assist with because it's going to be a pure circle. So I'm not going to worry about it. So, and I can move, and this circle I'm going to be able to play with. Oh, I have to go to pencil. There we go. This circle is malleable to a degree. All that really matters is that the circle is clean. Everything else will take care of itself. So I do that. I got my clean circle. It's basically where I need it to be. So now the trick is, let's see. You know, let me turn that and that off. And I'm even going to turn the sketch layer off. All I need to worry about is where this circle is. There we go. Yes, that's what we want. Because you'll see, when I turn it back on, because of the way the light's playing, I don't want it to be a perfect circle. It has to be a little off. So there we go. So now we have what I was going for, which is our shadow layers. And we'll go ahead and do this. And, oh, okay, hold on. Sorry, my fault. What I'm going to do is I'm going to maximize all these temporarily so that I can merge them. So merge down, turn the assist off, and drop it to 50%. Okay, right? So now we're at 50%. And what I'm going to do is very quickly do this, that, and I think that should be it. Yes. And there we have it. So that's what I want to happen, so that, just so you get a little sense of this real quick, and this will be kind of the end here as I'm finishing up, because I still haven't quite worked out the ergonomics on how I'm doing this. Oh, I forgot to do this. Sorry. Forgot to clean these edges up. Got to clean these edges up. And there's going to be a little more refinement to this in the end, but this is good for now as far as what the effect will be, because that's what I'm kind of want to get across is, okay, here's what the effect is going to be. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you can work out where I'm going with this, but this way you can actually get a sense of it, a nice sense of it, is that it's going to allow that shirt color to bleed through. That's what we want. So we want it so that if somebody, for this particular version, they can have the color. Now I may play around with variations on shadow density or opacity, but I don't think so. I think that's getting too, you know, again, for an image that's just supposed to be a fun, kind of goofy image, I don't want to drive myself crazy on too many things, because then you just take the fun out of it. There's got to be a point where you set the, because, you know, there's the classic saying that no piece of art is ever actually finished. It's just that there's a point where you stop working on it. And that's really true, because otherwise you will destroy good work by overthinking. I mean, you will. That is absolutely true. I've done it. Fortunately, that's a lot easier to reverse in digital, but that's also dangerous, because in digital then there's less of that fear that you will permanently wreck something. So in digital, knowing that you can always go back means that you're somewhat given to do too much. You know what I mean? Because you know you can get rid of it, or you can go back. You can realize it. And there's sort of a danger there, because restraint is a valuable thing. And the ability to kind of go, no, you know what, this is where I need it to be. May not be where I want it to be, because obviously stuff in, I assume most people are like this, maybe I'm wrong. Stuff that I see in my head is never what gets to the paper. It never is. I always see it so much better in my head than it ever comes out on the paper. But you can't operate that way. You just have to say, oh, you know what, this is fine. This is good enough. Not even good enough, but it's good. Just stop. Okay, so let's go to this. There we go. Okay, so now, what is all that? Is that from this? Oh, geez, I'm going to clean that up later. Yeesh. Okay, so we're going to turn off this. And now you see what I mean. In fact, I'm even going to go lighter. I think that's not even light enough. I think I'm going to make it something like maybe 30 percentile on that. Maybe even 25, just so it's enough that you see it. Yeah, something like that. So see, that's what oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot that's what where is the line? I need the line. Where's I've got the wrong iPod. I need the volatile iPod, or variable. Wait a minute. Did I name the wrong? Jeez, what the hell did I? Oh, yeah, it's okay. I got it. Whatever. So that's what the shirt would look like. So on a green shirt, that would be what you would see. So you get the green color and you get the shadows, and the shadows aren't too heavy. Although I don't know why those other black shadows aren't showing up. Am I supposed to do this? Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. So that's what it would look like on the shirt, right? And then on people who want the white version, it will look like that. So they still get the shirt. Now this is where I have to come in and I have to do a little cleanup on these edges. But that's easy. I can, in fact, I can do that. Where's the variable iPod? Turn the variable off. There's the white one. Where is okay. So see, and I'm going to clean those edges up anyway. So let me turn those back on because I got to figure out what I did something wrong there, but I don't care at this particular moment. So now, you know what? I can't do it that way. I'll do this next time. I'm going to work on it. But basically, you can see where I'm going with this. So, yeah. So it's getting there. I'm getting there. This thing is moving. It's just I got some finessing to do. But I'm sorry most of this was spent on layer management. But you know what? That's valuable. People want to see what the process is. This is the process. You're seeing exactly what I do. There is nothing that was architected about that. I ran into that problem and had to work out of it. So that's what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the stream here because my left hand, I've once again stupidly held this thing how I shouldn't. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the stream here. Hope you all had a good time watching it and have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see what the stream will be next week. Take care, everybody.